won't you rub your fingers down my spine? Fingers down my spine. Girl, you look mighty fine. Won't you rub your fingers down my spine? Girl, you look mighty fine. Won't you rub your fingers down my spine? Girl, you look mighty fine. Won't you rub your fingers? Fingers down my spine. Girl, you look mighty fine. Won't you rub your fingers down my spine? Girl, you look mighty fine. Won't you rub your fingers down my spine? Girl, you look mighty fine. Won't you rub your fingers down my spine? Girl, you look mighty fine. Won't you rub your fingers? Fingers. Fingers down my spine. Girl, you look mighty fine. Won't you rub your fingers down my spine? Girl, you look mighty fine. Won't you rub your fingers down my spine? Girl, you look mighty fine. Won't you rub your fingers down my spine? Girl, you look mighty fine. Won't you rub your fingers down my spine?
Fellas! What's going on, guys? Happy... What is it? What is today? I forget what today is. Tuesday! It's Tuesday today. What's going on, fellas? Alt season number 10 of 2023 was canceled yesterday. It was a fun one day, alt season. I will never forget the alt season of October 2023. I will never forget it, man. It was the most breathtaking alt season I have ever seen in my life. Honestly, like I am in full, just absolute disbelief of how crazy alt season in October 2023 was. Let me tell you, holy guacamole! It was insane, absolutely insane. It was insane, bro. What's going on, Jeremy? What's up, buddy? QM, what's going on? Spirit Channel. Jack, Johnson, are you smoking something or doing push-ups? I can't tell. A little bit of both. I was doing some push-ups before the stream. Just kidding, I wasn't. But if I'm looking a little swole, that's why I might be looking a little bit of swole. Anyways, guys, yesterday, very interesting day. We got basically a big move up and a big move down, right back to where we kind of started the day. Horse guy got bullish at the bull market support band again. Again. So like we were saying yesterday, I hope you guys thought about taking some profits on the pump rather than FOMOing into the pump. Okay, once again, another lesson, not to FOMO into the pumps. Don't fall for all the YouTube channels. Every channel yesterday was bullish. Every single one was bullish yesterday. Even Data Dash was bullish yesterday. Okay, do not buy the pumps. Jesus, man. It's insane, all right? But, you know, now Bitcoin finds itself in an interesting position. The stock market's taking a little bit of a poo-poo today, a big poo-poo. And we're kind of, Bitcoin's kind of holding up. I would say, like, it's weird how good Bitcoin is holding up despite the stock market taking a massive, massive poo-poo, man. Massive, massive poo-poo. Horse guy yesterday. Oh my God, we are getting Ethereum futures. Ethereum futures. Holy shit. The Ethereum futures are bullish. Even though when Bitcoin had its futures, it was the top, but Ethereum futures are going to be bullish. Yes, so bullish for Ethereum. Guys, this is coming from someone who loves ETH, man. It coming from someone who loves ETH, but we'll talk a little bit about the charts today, and I'm just kind of trolling a little bit. You guys know me. When I'm bullish, I like to troll the bears. When I'm bearish, I like to troll the bulls a little bit. It's kind of fun. It's kind of fun, man. Angelo, what's going on, man? Papa, what's going on? Drew's calling me Papa in the chat, man. Hello. My nipples are kind of getting hard. They're starting to look like George again. Just kidding. My nipples look like George when they're soft. Only when they're soft do they look like George. You know what I'm saying? Let's see. All Jordan talks about is push-ups. It gets old. Dirk, I don't talk about push-ups. I've never talked about a push-up. I've never talked about a push-up, bro. This is fake news and everything about it. I'm gonna talk to the chat for a little bit before we get started today, guys. But you know, Bitcoin's holding, man. It's, you know, I've said this a couple times. You got to separate Bitcoin from the altcoin market. Guys, I've said this a million times. The altcoin market ain't going nowhere, bro. You're gonna get some that pump up, but in general, it ain't going nowhere. Stop falling for the altcoin season, bro. Until Bitcoin gets close to all-time highs. How many times do we have to say it? Stop falling for it, man. Stop. All right? But yeah, Bitcoin itself, you know, yes, it moved up and it moved down a little bit, but considering, like, the rest of the market, you know, the S&P's looking like shit, NASDAQ's looking like shit. We got the 30-year, the yields going off, which, you know, we'll talk about that a little bit. That's a little bit boring talk. But, you know, Bitcoin's holding. Ethereum futures was this top of the wick right here, right into the bull market support band, right? We get super bullish right at the Ethereum futures, and we get rejected from the bull market support band again, right? So there you go. Big, nasty red candle back to the downside. And honestly, when I'm looking at Bitcoin, again, we kind of swung fail this high again. I would say, like, Bitcoin's chart, I said this in the Discord today, I feel like I'm being psyoped right now into wanting to be bullish on Bitcoin, but also be bearish on the stock market and be bearish on altcoins. But I've never seen a market where the stock market goes down, altcoins go down, and Bitcoin goes up. I've never seen that before. And I have this weird little thing inside me that, like, wants to be bullish on Bitcoin. Not alts, on Bitcoin, but be bearish on everything else. And I don't know what it is, but, you know, that's for a different story. I think I'm being psyoped right now, and they will not trap me. They will not trap me in this thing. Who's reading for EOS? EOS out, but EOS is freaking gone, man. EOS is almost dead with Mike. EOS! I bought that back in 1968. That was the next big blockchain coming up. EOS, man. Literally EOS. The next big blockchain. Man,
It's like the Matic of 2023. It's such good tech, but people will forget about it in 2 years. Yeah, that was EOS in 2019, bro. It's the same thing as Matic now.
I like trolling Matic. The Matic fanboys get so bad. I love trolling the Matic fanboys too. Drew makes the best beans in cowboy country. He does make the best beans in cowboy country. Anyways, I think before we jump onto the Bitcoin charts today, dude, it's the yields. It's these yields in the bonds, man. This is the issue that markets have right now. And I've kind of made this point before. It's when stocks are at all-time highs, or not all-time highs, but like they're basically, we're at resistance about a month ago, right? And we said this a month ago when stocks were literally at the highs. We said, why would people buy the stock market at resistance when they can just keep their money in a bank and make 5%? When we think about this logically, it just makes sense, right? When this is shooting up 4.9%, I don't think this is done. This thing could probably keep rolling up too, man, which makes even people have more incentive not to buy stocks and just go into savings. What's the point? You just make 5% doing nothing and not have to worry about markets, right? And I think that's kind of the issue that markets are going to have over the course of the next 6 months until we see some type of banking failure or real estate issue or something like that. This is the big thing. This is shooting up this week again. The 10-year, the 5-year, these things are all going nuts. And you look at, it's all correlated. You go to the S&P and you see that the S&P has been going down ever since the yields have been going up, right? I mean, it is what it is. And now you got the S&P, which I know it's not Bitcoin, but we'll talk about that in a second. Now you got the S&P breaking this trend line, even not on log scale. So on log scale, this broke last week. If we take it off log scale, we'll see the S&P 500 is breaking this support. Also, this previous August high, which we said is the big level to watch. If this breaks, this is all one big deviation above here. And normally on these type of moves where you break back above, get back below, we're targeting back down here. Now, I don't know if we're going to go back down to the lows, right? I don't know that. I don't have a crystal ball. I do have a ball sack. I got a ball sack, but I don't got a crystal ball, right? We talked about the crystal ball. I'm not marin out here, bro. I am not marin out here. Yeah, so it looks like Venus and Jupiter are about to cross. Oh, Bitcoin's dumping? Hold on, we'll go to Bitcoin. 27,323. All right, here we go. Venus and Jupiter are crossing again. And we are about to see a massive, massive crash in the markets because we're about to have a random star that's about to crash into Jupiter. And that usually means that people are more emotional and usually change their opinions when that happens, guys, right? I'm totally making this up, but it's totally true. These two stars will collide, creating a massive energy shift where people get more emotional. You know what I mean? I'm not coming out here. I'm not coming out here with my crystal ball, fellas. But that's the way I'm seeing markets, man. It's like I said this. I don't want to be bearish on Bitcoin because Bitcoin's actually kind of constructive. The other markets look like shit, though. The other markets look like shit. QM said nobody is interested in Bitcoin right now. That is bullish. Nobody is interested in Bitcoin right now. That is bullish. That is true, QM. Everyone wants the altcoins. And I've said this many, many times, man. Max pain would be a Bitcoin-only rally where Bitcoin goes up and altcoins just go sideways, right? That is max pain for 90% of people because 90% of people are just in altcoins. They're not in Bitcoin, right? But big money is in Bitcoin. Big money ain't in altcoins. You know what I mean? That would be max pain because I think, I think last cycle may have gotten everyone because last cycle was easy.
Nobody
mode, man.
is interested. BTC
Everything went up.
right now. That
it might
is
not
bullish.
be the same this time. Let's see. Oh Lord, full moon on the 28th. Give me new lows on the 28th. I'll take the new lows on the 28th, man. Mike's ball sack. I don't know how big Mike's ball sack is. like I said, my penis is kind of small, so my ball sack's got to be kind of small too. You guys can do the measurements yourself. If I have a 2-inch penis, okay, how big is my ball sack? I don't know how to do the math there. I was good at math, but I don't know the requirements to that one, man. What's going on, Lucas? Bass said the bear market ends when Bitcoin rockets, large cap alts dump, and small cap alts shit the bed. It's the rules. Yeah, man. I think you're kind of seeing that, and this is why I feel weird right now, because like I want to be bullish on Bitcoin, but all the other markets look like shit, right? And it's this weird thing right now. I think so, and I think you're kind of seeing that right now. I think you're seeing this like grind up for Bitcoin, like this sideways for Bitcoin, right? While you're seeing, obviously altcoins go up when Bitcoin goes up, but when Bitcoin gets pullbacks, they just come right back down. And I think that's what we're seeing, and that's what the next 6 months could be. It could just be Bitcoin gets little rallies, it brings the altcoins up a little bit. Bitcoin pulls back to the bottom of the range, altcoins go lower, rinse and repeat until all the money eventually flows back into Bitcoin because people say F the altcoins, right? And then Bitcoin slowly grinds up to all-time highs like it did last time. And then when everyone gives up on the altcoin market and just fumbles into Bitcoin instead, that's when the altcoins go up. Altcoins do not go up when there's still hope that altcoins will go up, right? They will not go up if the noobs still think they're going to go up. It ain't going to happen, man. At least like everyone wants it. It's when everyone finally gives up on the altcoin market and says, you know what? We're just going to go all in Bitcoin when it's at all-time highs. That's usually when it happens. And that's when they start pumping, man. It was the same thing in the last bull market. If you guys remember ETH did not move at all. It was so frustrating. It did not move at all until Bitcoin got to 20K. As soon as Bitcoin got to 20K, ETH started to rocket up. But it wasn't doing shit before. And it's like, dude, what the hell, man? I don't know if you guys remember that back in 2020. But ETH was like a dormant, like, did nothing. And all of a sudden, ETH like went on a freaking tear. It was crazy, man. It was crazy. The horror will end when you swap your shitcoin for Bitcoin.
ETFs approved, exchanges will be overloaded. Buy orders denied. So buy now.
The tin can. Next time is different, said Wayne. It is. That's always the most dangerous thing to say, though. Jack said, once multiple Bitcoin ETFs approved, the exchanges will be overloaded. Buy orders denied. So buy now. Could be, Jack. But, what I always like to say about the Bitcoin ETFs is, just because the Bitcoin ETF is approved, you still need people buying it, right? I think I saw something with the Ethereum futures ETF. There was like almost no volume. Like it was like almost no one was using it. I know it's different. It's not the same, but everyone was like hyped up on the Ethereum futures ETF, which I said was bearish anyways. And then there was like no one was even using it anyways on the first day. You still need people buying it. It's not like, oh, ETF, oh, everyone in the world's instantly buying it. To me, like, and I think it's going to make it easier for institutions to buy Bitcoin, but it's not going to be like, oh my God, Apple's going to be buying $5 billion of Bitcoin because there's an ETF. It's not like that. I think that's what everyone thinks. It's like all of a sudden these institutions are going to be buying billions of dollars worth of Bitcoin all of a sudden. And I don't know, man. I'm not fully convinced of that. And now ETH is the only tearing hole in my wallet. Yeah, man. I think I said this. I think there's a good chance that this ETH futures launch is the local top for Ethereum here. I think there's a very good chance of that. I think actually, Bitcoin could still push up, but I think this might be the top for ETH for a little bit, in my opinion. But we'll see. We'll see, man. Let's see stocks. Stocks are still kind of holding after hitting a new low today. NASDAQ holding, Russell holding. Some of these look kind of interesting. Chris said Carl the Moon says dump. What was he saying yesterday though? I want to know what he was saying yesterday. Only the nerds had ETH in 2020. Shoot, I was a nerd. I was a big time nerd, man. I'm trying to see what you guys are saying in the chat, man. Everyone has cool opinions today, man. What I like about the space, what I like about you guys in the chat, a lot of you guys, like, you know, you guys can take people's opinions and not get, like, over exuberant about people's opinions, right? You guys are pretty cool. Hey, Twitter, man. Twitter gets pretty brutal, man, in the comment section over there sometimes. I had to troll a little bit on Twitter yesterday. And I said, oh, I know, altcoin season, another altcoin season is another one to remember. It was the fastest altcoin season I've ever seen. Until you see altcoins moving up and you don't see everyone and their mother calling altcoin season, it's not going to happen, man. Altcoin season will come when no one's calling for altcoin season, when they're going up. You know? Jordan, when 200K? You want my honest opinion? You want my honest opinion? I think there's a chance Bitcoin might never hit 200K. You want my honest opinion, based off the chart, you know? And I know it's going to ruffle some feathers. I'm saying chance. There's a chance it can too. Like I said, I don't got no crystal ball. But all I know is in Bitcoin cycles, the cycles have decreased over time, right? So each cycle goes up less, right? So last cycle we basically did, from the previous high. We'll take from the previous high we did about 237%. So you basically got to think in theory that you're going to do less this time, because every cycle you've done less from all-time high to all-time high, right? Let's just do an experiment. Let's just go up 237% from the highs. So even if you did the same thing as last time, that would put you at like 221K, right? But I think you get less returns every time, you know? Maybe this time is different because the ETFs, I also think that's going to sucker people into thinking it's going to go higher than it actually is. I said my prediction is like 80K. 80K, man. 80K is my prediction. And I'm going to stand by that. I'm not going to let news make me think it's going to go higher than I think it is, you know? I said about 80K. Maybe 100, because that's the 1618 fib. But I don't think it's going to be like this crazy freaking thing. 1618 is like 102,000. I think you get to like 100K too. But, you know, when we start calling these ridiculous prices, man, to the upside, I always like to think how, man. What's going on, Strawberry? I'm doing pretty good, man. I'm doing pretty good. Crypto Chris said BTC over 50K then alt season. Yeah, man, there's no rush. There's no rush. 150 to 70K next all-time high. If not, then I'll be damned. You think 150 to 70K? Yeah, maybe, man. Who knows? Like, it's all a guess. We all guess. We all have no idea, right? You see people calling out crazy numbers. Last cycle, you had people calling for 1,500K. We didn't even get close. You know what I mean? Like, no one has any idea. You have some of the people who think you think are the smartest people, like some of the smartest people in the world. You know, like all these billionaires. They all were calling. I mean, and I was no different, right? But it just goes to show no one knows. Like Kathy Wood, Elon. You know, who else was Mark Cuban? They were all calling for 6-digit Bitcoin. You know, it didn't happen. So no one really freaking knows. You know, just like to the downside, right? When it's bearish, people are calling for like just ridiculous price levels, like 3,000. No one knows. You know, it's all a guess. All I know is I will be selling well before these crazy price targets. Well before, man. Manny Miz, what's up, buddy? He said, I don't watch 90 Day Fiancé, but I love watching the 90-day reaction channels. Oh, they have those? Yeah, man, 90 Day Fiancé is a great show. I'm telling you. Go to 90 Day Fiancé, check it out. You might make fun of it now, but when you start watching it, you'll understand why it's such a good show. It's so ridiculous, and some of the people on there are so ridiculous that it's entertaining, you know? It is what it is. Jim said, hey, Jordan, love you, bro. Jim, what's up, buddy? Good to have you in here, man. Appreciate the super chat, though, Manny. It looks like what now? What is it? I was being a little trolly in the chat today. Now what is it? People still bullish. Still bullish here. Still say we got 42% think it's Uptober. Yesterday that was like I think it was 65% of the chat said Uptober yesterday. Now it's down back down to 42%, but still the general majority is bullish going into October. 31% say Rectober and 27% say Crabtober. I said if you're a betting man, you vote Crabtober. If you had to put your money in, right? I'll say this. If you had to put your money in right now betting on what it's going to be, Uptober, Rectober, or Crabtober, bro, I'm going Crabtober, man. That's the easiest one. I'm going literally nothing happens. Literally nothing. Literally nothing. You know? October is about the fear. Yeah. That's true, man. Uptober, man. Yesterday, the Twitter feed was flying with Uptober, bro. Oh my God. Everyone's saying Uptober. And I'm like, bro, if this is not a sign that we're about to dump, like, is George hyping up October? Dude, it was written in the stars, man. Chainlink got to resistance. Chainlink was at resistance. Michael Saylor bought. ETH futures launched. Every one of them on there calling for Uptober. You know? And get a little candle to the downside, man. I hope, like I said, you know, some of the altcoins had some good moves, and I hope we took some profits on some of those moves. Some of them are actually still going up, like Solana is still moving up. We said this, I think Solana could still squeeze higher, man. Solana is one of them I could squeeze higher to like 26 bucks. Matic's moving up. Matic gotta take this wick, man. Gala is up like 10% today, randomly. It was due, man. Gala got freaking wrecked the last few months. So Gala, you gotta squeeze out those bottom shorters, man. So Gala getting a little squeeze. Other than that, not too much really else going on in the market. Everything pretty much flat today. Some things that moved up decently. OP, rejected from the bull market support bands. Arbitrum, rejected from the weekly resistance that we talked about. Remember when Arbitrum was right here? We said all you're doing is back testing the weekly lows and flipping it into resistance. And what did you get? Right? Look at the weekly close lows. All you did was come up, literally come right up to that resistance point, right? And you got rejected there. That's all you did. You didn't go anywhere, you know? So not too much else besides that, fellas.
I don't watch 90 Day Fiancé, but I love watching the 90-day reaction channels, Lamau.
That's what happens when the two founders sue each other for fraud. How did two founders sue each other for fraud? That just means they're both fraudulent. That doesn't even make any sense, man. This is why, dude, if you ever start a company or anything, do it by yourself, man. If this bear market hasn't taught you guys anything, if you ever start a company, make sure you're the only one who owns that shit. Do not give ownership to a friend, to a family member. That shit never works out, man. I don't care how much you can trust someone. Keep that shit to yourself. If they want to work for you, fine. But do not be giving up any ownership of any type of business or anything that you own. It's yours. Okay? That's one thing that this bear market has taught me, man. You can't trust no one. Can't trust no one. I guess they both have committed fraud. Man. What's going on, Jeremy? Matic to 75 bucks. If XRP to 10 bucks. How's XRP doing, man? I know XRP was getting some crazy calls the other day. How is XRP doing today? Let's see. XRP. Well, that was also the fastest alt season I've ever seen. For our good old friend XRP. Man, right into resistance, man. That's what we said. This box is resistance. This box is resistance. We wicked up into it. The XRP, army was calling for ridiculous prices again. And you just get, all you're doing is come back up, back test resistance, and moving back down, man. You know? I'm going to stand by it. I think XRP. Whoops, where am I? What chart? Oh, here we go. XRP, I think at some point moves back down here. At some point, I think we'll see another. I think we'll see a 30-cent XRP at some point in the next 6 months. It's my guess. And if I'm wrong, you guys can come at me. But I think we're gonna see a 30-cent XRP in the next 6 months. Let's see. Let's see if we do. Let's see if we do. SBF is going to jail? No way, man. SBF is going to jail? Let's go. I thought he was already in jail. How is this guy not in jail? He's been living for a year. I don't understand what takes so long in these cases, man. It's been a year since this shit happened, man. And this dude's still walking around. Not walking around. He's house arrest. But, like, dude, how is this guy just walking? Ma, we got any crab cakes? What do you mean we got any crab cakes? Caroline used to get them for me all the time. What do you mean we don't have crab cakes? You're not as good as her, Mom. Listen, I'm not going to be able to eat crab cakes in jail when it's me and Carlos in there. So, Ma, can you go to the store and get me some crab? SBF's going to want his crab cakes. He's still living at home. Shit, man. Free Do Kwon. SBF is going to get like 3 months. What? I don't even know. Maybe I don't pay attention to that stuff. So maybe he already has a sentencing. But it would not surprise me if SBF got like 3 months in jail. That would be the American legal system right there for you. 3 months in jail, bro. SBF seems like he would like crab cakes, man. I don't know. Isn't he vegan? He would be vegan. Actually, he would be vegan. He would be vegan, actually. He would. You know? Because, I don't know, man. I mean, he looks... who knows, man. SBF, man. Dude, I don't know, man. There's something about the whole SBF thing, man. I could be wrong. I feel like SBF was swindled in some way. And this is kind of a hot take. I don't think, though, that this is probably not true, guys. I have a little bit of a hot take with this. I feel like he was some way misled in this. Like, where, you know, I don't know. What do you guys think about the whole SBF thing? You think he was swindled by, like, his parents or Caroline or, you know, whatever else happened with that? I feel like, I don't know, man. I never got like the vibe that he was like this criminal, man. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. The SBF thing is kind of shady. Yeah, man. He just doesn't. He's never struck me as the guy who's gonna do something like that, you know. But I guess those are the people you gotta worry about. I guess. SBF. Imagine BitBoy and SBF in jail together with the Asian. Oh, Lord, man. Yeah, we gotta put BitBoy and SBF in the same cell. Oh, God. He was too easily swayed. That's a good point. That's a good point. He probably was, you know. Bro, we can do this. No problem. We won't get in trouble. He was probably like, yeah, bro. Yeah, we can do that. Yeah, we can do that, man. He's guilty, but certainly didn't have solid peeps around him. The good ones left early because they saw through it. True. I think he was easily influenced, but that doesn't make him not guilty, I guess. I sort of agree with what you guys are saying. He, you know, his man tits, he didn't use his man tits well enough, you know? He used the woman tits and let other people dictate what he wanted to do. You know? Well, you know that his parents ran the show. He wasn't in charge. Hell yeah, man. Of course they did. Of course they did. Of course they did. Andrea said, I think he got over his head. Yeah. He did, man. He did. All right, let's check what's going on over here in the markets. We got the stock markets in the same spot when we started. Dollar is kind of holding up here. I mean, there's a little bit of bearish dip on the dollar, but I don't know. I still think it makes sense to come in and squeeze up a little bit higher on the dollar. Up into this box here. A little bit higher, I think. Yields kind of holding out too. So, yeah, other than that, the rate, Bitcoin's actually, like I said, Bitcoin is weirdly holding up today. And it's been like that for quite a while. It's been like that for the last, month or so, where Bitcoin's held up, even on days where stocks puking. And that's typically not what happens, I think the morale of SBF and BitBoy story is that Adderall is hilarious. Yeah, man, it is. Oh, man, this has been a crazy bear market, man. Like, this bear market has taken out so many people. When you think about it. This has been taken out, man. Dude, like, all the hedge funds are gone, bro. I don't think there's any crypto so many market makers are gone. Like, that's why the altcoins don't even move anymore. No one's trading those shits. Like, they're all gone, man. Three Arrows Capital, and all the smaller ones, man, gone. It's crazy. It's crazy, man. But I guess that's the goal of these type of markets, is to take out the bad actors, man. Take out the bad actors. You had a big one here with Luna, Celsius, all those BlockFi, all those freaking, exchanges that didn't have proper risk management. FTX, DCG, Now the question is, Three Arrows Capital. We got Three Arrows Capital. All the hedge fund, there was so many market makers who left right here, man. And then basically, now, my question is if Bitcoin does flush down again, who else is on the chopping block, man? Who else is on the chopping block? We shall see. We shall see, man. We shall see. Probably be a ghost down in this space. Man. You have to be part of the cult. The cult for Costa VPAD. Remember VPAD? I'll never forget VPAD. I will never forget VPAD, man. VPAD. And this is why, VPAD in particular is why I don't want to associate myself with certain people, man. VPAD in particular. Here's my thing. If you like an altcoin and you actually like it, that's fine. That's cool. We can talk about it. It is what it is. But to me, if you get paid for something and it's shit, if you get paid money and something is shit, to me that's gonna come back and bite you, man. I think that's gonna come back and bite those people in a few years when we do get regulatory clarity and stuff. I guess this one actually has I'll say, okay, this one, when it first came out, this one absolutely rocketed to the downside. But everything kind of did at that time. But man, this one more than anything else pretty much went to zero. This is when it launched. This shit went to zero, bro. But this one in particular is why I don't like to associate myself with certain people, man. Vahid said AVAX. AVAX, man. You know what I like talking about AVAX. AVAX is my favorite coin to troll right now, man. Let's see AVAX. Here is AVAX, the altcoin season we all wanted to see. Right there, man. Here is the massive altcoin season, Fahid. I don't even know how we missed it, bro. It was unbelievable how big it was. Yeah, I don't even know how we missed the altcoin season of October 2023. It was insane. Absolutely insane. Win K-pad on COS. Beth, when is COS going to get to our level, man? I don't even want to short COS, honestly. Like, I've tried shorted COS twice, and I've lost on that trade twice. I ain't touching this thing. I tried shortening somewhere around here, and I got stopped out. I tried shortening it here because I had bearish divergence, and I got stopped out. Dude, I don't even want to touch this thing. It's not even worth it, man. It's not even worth touching this thing, bro. If this thing comes up right here, he's still got the bearish div on this thing. I don't know, man. Is this thing really, like, what is this thing, like, curing, like, I don't mean to use that joke. It's an overused joke, but, like, is this thing curing, like, some disease? Like, what is this thing? You know what I mean? Like, I get what it is, but, like, what, is it curing a disease? I don't know, man. This thing must be curing something, man. I don't know, man. I don't know, man. It's absolutely worth it. Yeah. Third time's a charm. Dude, I don't know, man. I think it's curing a disease, so I don't want to touch it. COS is refusing to pull back. I also got stopped out. Hell yeah, man. It's annoying. It's freaking annoying. Oh shit. Here we go. It's hovering highs to shake out the shorts. It didn't. It got me. It got me twice. It got me twice. Man. It's like just when you think you caught the top, it starts pulling back. You're like, let's freaking go. And then boom, 10% candle. And you're like, dude, what the you gotta be kidding me, man. You gotta be kidding me. Matic. Let's see Matic. Matic could maybe squeeze up a little bit higher. Matic to like 66 cents. Back to the bull market support band would be interesting. But you would need Bitcoin to hold in here, which I think it could actually. Let's see. I sold because I think it's the top. What, for COS? Who knows? Who knows? Who knows? What do you think about Matic? Short squeeze, man. Short squeezes. Like, you know, everyone always wants a reason why something is going up. Guys, a lot of times with altcoins, there ain't no reason it's going up. It's just, there's too many shorts, so they have to take out the shorts. They take that money just to push it lower, right? It's liquidity games right now. Like, there's no reasons why things are pumping, you know, or reasons why things are dumping. It's just liquidity games, you know. They pump Matic up. They get everyone to FOMO in that. They take profits. They go into some other altcoin, pump that one up because they know people are going to FOMO. Take profits. They go into another coin. Just rinse and repeat. Rinse and repeat. But we go look at the charts. They're down, man. Like, it's just liquidity. It's the big players knowing that people are so desperate for a pump, they're just going to keep FOMO into every single one that pumps. You know, instead of buying low, like if you want to buy something, buy it at support, right? Don't be FOMOing into the pumps because they're just going to sell it on you every time. Same thing with Chainlink, man. It's the same thing with Chainlink. You know, Chainlink, nice move up. Most people probably get in between 750 and 850 here, right? This is probably when most retail got in. What do? They rug it. Okay? They rug it. They're probably going to bring it back down to here eventually again. And then they'll bring it up. take more liquidity. You know how much money they probably made just in this range right here? Like on Link? Like the big money that knows, like, because we don't know if Link's going to ever break out to the upside or downside. We don't know that, but they do. So they take advantage of that. You know? They know when they're going to be able to break it up to the downside or upside or downside. We don't know that. You know? Well, we'll see. We'll see. How we discuss BitBoy? I don't want to discuss BitBoy. It's not interesting, man. It's not, at this point, it's not even interesting, dude. It's old now. It's old, man. You know what the BitBoy stuff reminds me of? It reminds me of when the whole FTX thing happened. Dude, I was so sick of talking about that. Like everyone thought it was like the coolest thing for like 3 months to talk about SBF. I'm like, dude, it's so old now. Like it's not entertaining to talk about FTX. We get it. You know what I mean? Like I don't understand why this is so entertaining now. That's how I feel about this situation now. It's like, dude, it's not even entertaining anymore. You know? It's not. I don't know. Maybe it's just my attention span. I get sick of things very fast, and I don't like talking about the same thing. You know, I'd rather talk about boring things than, you know, the exciting thing that I've been talking about for a month. You know. Happy, I sold 2/3 of my XRP bag today. Good or bad? What do you think? 2/3 of your XRP bag today? Well, I mean, you do what you need to do, man. Happy, you do what you need to do. I'm not telling you what to do. You do what you need to do. I'll tell you what I think, but you do what you need to do. You could probably guess based off of what I think is going to happen, you know, what I would do, but you do what you want to do, man. Can you tell me OMG? Will it bounce here? All right, let's bring out the crystal ball. Let's see. OMG. Will it bounce right here? Yes. I don't know, man. Like, this chart looks like shit. You know what I mean? Like, maybe it gets a little bit of a bounce, but like my thing is, all you did, right? Look at this chart. It's like arbitrary. All you did, this was support. You dumped below, you came back up, got resistance. Okay, cool. You came back down. You took out this high. You swung fail above this support level, and then you dump back into the range. You know? So, okay, maybe it gets a little bit of bounce back up, right? Maybe it does something like this. It squeezes back up here and then comes back down. But overall, like, there's nothing constructive with this that I would say is uber bullish, because you already took out these highs. If you got rejected right here and then you came back down, I'd say, okay, maybe you got a little head and shoulders. But you already took out that. You already took out that high.
Can you tell me,
there's no need to go
OMG,
up.
sir? Will it bounce here?
More than likely, I would say there's a good chance that you come back down to the lows here again. You know, and you build out some range. But that's just me. That's just me, man. Drew said, bro, it's always best to sell on red days. Yes. Yes. A cup and sausage. Yeah, the cup and sausage pattern, man. It's the inverse cup and sausage. You know? It's the ball. Well, the problem with this one is you got the ball sack. You got the... Actually, I think last time I said this, like, I think I got banned. You got, like, this, which is like a small little Asian thing. And then you got... The problem is you got to, like, you didn't get rejected where the left ball was. So, like, you kind of got this weird thing here on that right ball, where it's kind of like this, you know. So, like, you got this weird little thing that's going on here, man. You know. I ain't diamond handing. I think you know what I'll say about diamond hands. Diamond hands make sense. Like I said this. We were so used to easy money, man. Diamond hands was the thing when you know, I think markets kind of just always went up. I think they're always going to go up to, like, over the long term, they're always going to go up. I guess I'm more talking like stocks. You know, diamond handing altcoins, I don't know about diamond handing altcoins. I think you always have to have a level where you're willing to cut something. I don't know. That's my opinion on altcoins, man. I always think the downside risk is higher than the upside risk when it comes to altcoins, and it doesn't matter when it is, you know. Lever short. Let's check it out real quick. I'll check that out, man. I'm gonna call it for the day because I am I'm done with looking at these altcoin charts. So lever short, keep open. You went to the range high. I mean, dude, you do what you want to do, right? I mean, you're already up. I mean, I don't know when you caught this. I mean, that's a 20% move. TP, man, TP. Nothing wrong with taking profits, man. If you caught this, it's a 20% move. TP, bro. Keep some open, right? Or move your stops up. I don't know. Everyone's got a different strategy. Move your stops up. TP. Do what you want to do. You know? You think rates and DXY are at resistance? Yeah, I mean, the dollar's due for a pullback. But we've been saying that for weeks now. And it's just crushed it. The dollar is due for a pullback, but like, this is the chart, man. I mean, it's ridiculous at this point, you know? It's pretty much been straight up since July. 3 months of just straight up. You know, we've been saying pull back for 3 months now. It's crazy, man. And then these, I think these are going higher. I think these rates are going higher, man. Look at this. Check this out.
Lever short, keep
Check
going
this
or
out,
close it.
And if you don't know rates, if you don't know what's bad about rates going up, think about it this way. And we talked about this a little bit earlier. If rates go up, right, for the bonds, the issue that we got with this is people can make more money just keeping their money in their accounts. So why are they going to buy stuff, right? And that's the negative. Look at this trend, right? I mean, this is the chart that goes back from 1987, okay? We were in a consistent downtrend since 1987, right? Easy mode for the most part. But look at the trend break, man. You know what I mean? Like, could they top out short term? Yeah, maybe. But like this is a scary chart for this is a scary chart for, you know, the big picture. I don't know, man. But I think these could go up higher, man. Shit, bro. I mean, you're breaking a 30-year trend of down, just like to the upside. And that was just last year. That was in June of last year, man. You know? Pretty soon the U.S. government will have, you name this rate, bonds just to get rid of them. Hell yeah, man. And, dude, if these keep going up, something's going to break, though. Right? So that's the thing. Like, to me, if you want a bull market, like if you want a true bull market, you kind of want these to go up because that's going to break something. That's going to cause like a banking collapse or something like that. You know? The thing is that the problem we have right now is if we just stay right here, say if we just stay between 4 and 5%, that's not really enough to break anything. So the Fed's just going to keep rates high, and we're going to be stuck in this limbo, right, of probably sideways markets, which sucks, you know. So like to me, like I sort of said this, I actually think it would be bullish if something broke, you know. That's my take, but I don't want this like limbo of we stay here and stocks kind of just like go sideways and Bitcoin kind of just goes sideways. It sucks, man. Wayne said it's already broken. This is not normal. Yeah. Having an interest due bill higher than your GDP is not normal. True. Very, very true, man. All right, guys, I'm getting out of here. I'm getting the frick out of here, man. I'm already bored. I'm already bored. Have a fantastic day, guys. I'll catch you later. Once again, I think that the best thing you can do right now is if you're going to hold something, be it Bitcoin. I don't think there's a rush to get into the altcoin market at all. And I think if you are really interested in the altcoin market, at some point, building a cash position is the best thing you can be doing right now. Getting that 5% on your cash and waiting it out. I don't think there's any rush to be FOMOing into the altcoin market at the moment, man. All right? I'm out of here. Peace. Take it easy. I'll catch you guys tomorrow. We're doing night stream tomorrow, 7 p.m. So I'll catch you guys at 7 p.m. Later. Peace.